I'm good. I'm good. I would say I'm very good. What more can a poor boy do? Working for the likes of me and you. What more can a poor boy say? But I could use your help in any way. Bring me sunshine with your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can bring to each brand new bright tomorrow. Bring me laughter through the years. Never bring me any tears. Let your joy rain on down from heaven up above. Bring me fun, bring me laughter, bring me love. Better get to it, better get to it. I don't know how long this episode is, but I feel like I'm not even toe deep. Not even toe deep. I've tried to keep taking notes, I'm gonna have to take more notes. And of course, we're starting with the web games. So, even though there's not gonna be many people here, I'd best get to it. How am I coming through today? Nice and clear? All good, yes. Feeling good, looking good. Oh, I've had a snag. Uh, hmm. One moment. Da, da, da. There we go, I think. Yes. Yes, honor and happiness up until now. Yes, good, good, good. Alright, try this again, shall we? How are we doing? Yes? Okay. Very nice. Send your mom and daddy out the room. My name is Mr. Halligan, and welcome to episode 1, part 2 of the Devil, a futuristic lawyer gambling defense cynical cyberpunk sort of game. That's not what we're looking at right now, obviously. We're playing Food Guess before we get to the main game. Very glad to have you join me. Okay, let's do the daily Food Guess. Semolina flour, water potatoes, pecorino cheese, mint, garlic, olive oil, salt, black. This sounds great. Can I be honest? This sounds great. Stuffed pasta resembling dumplings. Because it's pasta, you know, your first thought is like Italy, right? The pecorino cheese and whatnot, the olive oil and the garlic. I mean, because it's pasta, that'd be my first guess, but this looks really Slavic to me. Am I crazy? This looks Slavic as hell. It looks really good. I mean, I'm guessing Poland first. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I'm warm. Well, okay, maybe it is just Italy. Oh, okay. Should have gone with that first, you know? Yeah, get this pasta. Yeah, whatever. It's still, you know, it's a good guess. Legiones. How am I coming through? Am I coming through nice and clear? Whoa, oh, hey, okay, sensitive content. Caterpillars. Okay, yeah, no, show me the image. Show all the images. Oh, I see. Okay. Sauteed, seasoned, rich source of protein. Hang on. It's one of the things where my knowledge of insects might actually help me out a little bit. Nutty flavor? Well, yeah, they'd be like witchy grubs. I think witchy grubs are actually nicer, frankly. I'm actually gonna think about the caterpillars themselves. I mean, that's all you have to really think of. Honestly. Because, like, some insects are regional. I'm not getting anything, though. Here's the thing, though. Because of this one image, I'm getting a slight giveaway. I tell you what, when I'm unsure, I'll give the answer I always give. Djibouti. Oh, I'm cool. Okay. I'm cool, though, and it's to the west. Uh-huh. So it could be Algeria. Borders. Okay. Borders Algeria. Shit. I'd say that's probably a safer guess, solely, honestly. Well, it's tricky because I mean, witchetty grubs, they're like they're not a hard sort of grub. They're very much a moth larva, which I guess is still a form of caterpillar, but they're actually really good to eat, especially if you cook them first. Honestly. Um, let's see here. Burkina Faso, right? Yay! Okay, so I had a lot of options. Right. You know, I'll yum those. I feel like, oh, well, okay, yeah, they needed a lot of help with the yum. That's fine. Hey, you know, this is why goblins survive so long, you know? This is why goblins, you know, we can be born in the concrete jungle or the actual jungle and we're gonna survive to adulthood either way. You get that, right? Again, I'm really sorry to hear about your account getting hacked, man. That sucks so bad. That sucks so bad. My sympathies. Genuine sympathies. Okay, Basan. Okay, the ghee and cardamom. I might be getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna throw it out there real quick. Hey, there we go. This sounds pretty good. Sounds dense. Dense. Yeah. Oh, really? God. Sasha really needs a break. Like, I know we're all kind of doing it tough in different ways at the moment. You know, we're all having a certain amount of stuff rain down on us, but man, oh man, oh man. Like, Sasha needs a break. Sasha's good people. Gastronomical genius. Okay. Well, let's play it off then. We'll see how smart I am. Okay. Montreal style smoked meat. Okay, that looks a little organy, but it may not be. Oh, it's pork belly. Oh, jeez. Caramelized sugar, the pork. Okay, that does actually sound pretty good. Boiled eggs and 5-spice powder? Dang. Fermented soybeans? Dang. On the other hand, beef brisket, kosher salt, and mustard paprika. I mean, this is gonna be good as hell, but Montreal style smoked meat? I gotta go for the sandwich. Here's a little handy tip for you. Goblins love sandwiches. Some people argue that it's the goblin who invented the sandwich, because it's a meal that can be held and eaten without use of any utensils, and you can keep on playing cards at the same time. This is like the Scrandle we have on. This is international Scrandle. This is Scrandle without the limitations of footy games and public events. Ah, these both look pretty good. Sight unseen, I'd go for either of them. Okay, dumpling, that's good. Mincemeat, okay. Herb spices, rich kind of heritage or region. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Rich and flavorful soup made with a variety of freshwater fish. Yeah, that does sound really good, but I reckon more people are going to go for mincemeat than fish. That probably looks really good, because, like, red, you want those red and the greasiness. People were drawn to that, but I'm going to go with the Azerbaijan dumplings. Probably, oh, there we go. Okay, see you soon, Rex. Chico roll, look at that. Australia. They say it's from Australia, not New Zealand. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that very interesting? Now, a lot of people aren't going to know what this is, but it's basically what you would think of as an egg roll, or a spring roll, or a harumaki. That is the thing that is like pastry wrapped around like bean shoots, barley, carrots, onions, etc. But it's much bigger than a normal egg roll, and it's really, really deep fried. It's got like a thick layer on it, and then you rub salt on it. It's actually kind of amazing, and it's a good way to get your vegetables all in one convenient stick. However, I should find out 2 savory meat patties, but that's fine. Seasoning and breadcrumbs. It's one of these things. I do not think the Chico roll is going to win, but I'm voting for it. I'm going with my heart. Yeah, I know. Eggs Benedict. Sorry, I don't even know what Piscola is, but Eggs Benedict, man. Ah, and they've used sort of a spam like ham. That's pretty good, like bologna ham or something. Hey! Eggs Benny. I like my Eggs Benny with salmon, but, I mean, they're both good. I'm gonna go with the Pempek Sambal, absolutely. Sight unseen, man. Krupuk Kulit. That looks like pork scratchings. If so, yum. Okay. Cow buffalo skin. Okay. That's actually, I mean, it's efficient. Like, waste not, want not. Indian food is really good. This dish is shredded dried beef, toasted cassava flour, interesting, and seasonings, which pound together to create a savory, crumbly mixture. I don't know. I don't know. Ah, I don't know about crumbled beef. So I mean, this is like a tasty, like almost somewhere between jerky and a chip, right? Like, why wouldn't you go with that? Okay, I guess people wouldn't. Fair enough. These both look good, honestly. Noodle soup, thick broth, soy sauce, and egg. Great. Velvety texture. Marinated pork. Nice. Okay, bite-sized pastry with a soft outer shell, inside sweet with red bean paste and walnut. Right. Everyone's got a take on these. Mmm. Hey, my mum has these chopsticks. Anyways. Alright, yeah. If in doubt, go with the sweet tooth. Kalkai. Okay, Moroccan food, eh? What you got for me? Crisp pastries. Oh. Okay. Ground meat, lamb or chicken. That sounds lit. Everyone should have a pastry like that. Floral-scented water. Yeah. Fried shrimp. I mean, that honestly sounds decent. And this is actually pretty popular. And it looks better, but that's just a basic meat pastry, man. Tough. Tough call. Because I can personally vouch for this, but... meat pastry? People are probably going to go for the meat pastry. So they didn't go for the Chico roll. Okay. Should have gone with it. That looks like organs. And while that's a good time, yeah, beef innards until tender, sauteed garlic, onion, yeah. Beef broth. I'm gonna say, yeah, with a bit of bile. Almond cake. Well, I'm gonna say people are probably gonna go for the almond cake over the organ served in bile. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Ah, there we go. People really do love their bubble tea adjacent things. Is that one with it? Is that pearl barley though, or basil seeds? That's the other one. Yeah. We have vermicelli. Ooh, I don't know about dessert vermicelli, man. There we go. Alright. Not bad. Not freaking bad. Okay, so that's a 7. Today's average was 7.3. I whiffed it. I knew I was gonna whiff it because I stuck by the Chico roll over the grilled meat patties. They would have made the difference. Okay, so that's food guesser. Now we scran. Okay, we'll do the daily scran. See what is up. It's the bonus round. Brisket tacos. Looks really good. If messy, we got a bunch of really good sides here. Or the salt. Throwing pickle, onion, mustard grilled. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm going with the sandwich on this one. I know it might be heresy, but this sandwich looks amazing. I'm not even kidding. Okay, vegan loaded fries, vegetarian burger. That comes like a whole grilled chili. Good looking tomatoes. That looks a little sad. It looks a little sad. I noticed that someone's taken a bite out of the pot plant here. Vegetarian burger. Oh, I see. So it's still got egg on it. Now here's the thing. How people are gonna go with vegetarian over vegan because they can get the real cheese and some egg. Or they're gonna go the vegan loaded fries because it does look better, and you can get some pretty good vegan alternatives these days. That's genuinely tricky. That's genuinely tricky. That looks better. That's a better picture. Oh! We're off to a terrible start, boys. Vegan hot dog, vegan tacos. Oh, I see the theme of the day. Vegan tacos, right? Still gonna be like this. Vegan chipotle burger, vegan range. Go with the vegan chipotle burger. Because it's got a beer with it as well. Vegan fish and chips. Looks a little anemic there. I think it's the veggie loaded fries. Yeah, sorry, that's gotta be that, right? It looks really good. Veggie burger, veggie dog. With a Molson Canadian. Ooh, with a Molson, huh? It's a lot more. It's a lot more. Here's the thing. I found that veggie burgers are generally more reliable than veggie dogs in terms of texture, at the very least, and taste. That does cost more, but that's quite a lot of Molson. Ah! Nothing. Okay, very funny. Veggie pizza, yeah, how about that? The 2 mojitos. Vegan hot dog with vegan liver fries. That looks pretty good. Beyond sausage. Beyond 2 sausages. Yeah, that's Miami veggie burger. It's on a pretzel bun, which is pretty good. And those wedges look good. That veggie dog, they've gone pretty heavy on the relish there. It might still be good, but probably that, right? Right. Tonight. Vegan turkey and pancetta Christmas pie. With a T. Okay, as long as you haven't put sugar in it. Vegan bratwurst. Looks a little sad, man. Looks a little sad. Sausage seems to be partway through self-destructing, so... Alright, how do we do? I did better than community average. This is because I've eaten a fair bit of vegan food in my time. And we can't do the daily. But we're gonna do one more practice and we're gonna get to the game. Oh boy. Chicken and balti pie, sad sausage. Yep. Oh dang. See, this is an impractical. This has gotten me before. This is a really impractical burger. People are weird about beans, eh? I don't know why people are weird about beans. Like, it's practically cowboy food. I've been making my own beans lately. And, like, I don't know what sort of beans they've been eating or how they're approaching it to the toast. Because what you're meant to do is have the buttered toast on the side and then put a spoonful of beans on the toast right before you bite it. And you get the ham sauce beans, not the tomato beans, if that helps. But, like, am I missing something? Baked beans, I associate it so strongly with countries more than England. I really do. But I admit, look, sausage beans loaded fries is like, you're like halfway to an English breakfast in one bowl. But, I mean, that Hawk burger looks really genuinely good, and that sausage could be a little warmer, you know? It's really important this is served hot. So, it's probably the Hawk burger. Yep, there we go. Pizza. It's a little sad looking. It's a little sad looking. Pizza wins a lot, but like it's got the thing where it looks like it's cooled right down. Like that looks tepid, man. It's like you tried cooking it with the sun. Whereas that looks good to go. That's like your family will survive the winter if you consume this sandwich. I know some people are weird about crackling, and I know that there's a huge pizza bias, but I gotta go with this. It's the truth. Oh, how about that? It is the truth. Okay, doner kebab and chili sauce pie. Well, they kind of messed themselves on this one. So the pie's collapsed because of insubstantial filling. That's a shame. Sweet and sour chicken. Oh. Like, it's just... It looks just a bit much. Like, it's something about this picture makes me feel like it's too sweet. Or like the chicken's gonna break apart. Or like the vegetables are overcooked. I'm not really in a hurry to eat either of these, if I'm honest. Doner kebab and chili sauce pie. I mean, at least I could say, you know, I can't predict what that would taste like. Okay, yeah. The churro or fish and chips. People do like churros and people do like dulce de leche. That's really good looking fish and chips, but like sweet stuff basically always wins. Oh shit! Never mind. Jambalaya. Egg rolls and a beer. Holy shit. Yeah, okay. Chips with the skins on. Again, it looks a little rough. Mushroom spinach and truffle pie. Holy shit. No, I'm getting that. I don't even care. Chicken plantain sausage skewer. That'd be great. Pie chips and gravy. That's... I like the amount of seasoning they put on that. God damn. Again, the chips look dry? I mean, that's a really good skewer, and people love skewers. Damn. You can tell it's a really good time. Chicken, plantain, and sausage. What a great idea. A little bit of salt on it? Yeah, that'd be good. Pie chips and gravy, though. I wonder if the plantain would mess with people, and because those fries look bad. No? Okay. I'm not having a good one. Cheesy chips. Yeah. With a thing where you can't even get the American cheese to melt. Embarrassing. Chicken curry pot. Hell yeah. Nashville chicken sandwich. Hell yeah, even more. Sometimes you just know by looking at a burger. Unremarkable. Why you? Anyways. We're going to be bookending with some scrans, so I really should get to the game. Alright, I'll see you guys in a minute. Well, probably less than that if I'm honest. Uh-oh. It's doing that thing again. One moment, I'll just remind it that it exists. Give it a quick paste across the face. There we go. Dog walked. Nice one. Welcome back. You're just in time for the actual game. Let's do it to it. Continue with the spacebar. Okay, yeah, I think last time it seemed like a guy was poisoning his home, and then we got our own android kid. Android sulky teenager. Sassy teenager? Whatever. Continue. I hope that's my save game. It's a black screen. I guess I was in an elevator, right? Just a reminder, I don't read out all the text in this game because there's too much text. I will simply comment on it. I'll be reading at my speed, which should be slow enough for all of you guys. And if not, you know, just keep on pausing it, it's fine. You will occasionally hear me read some of it, just because if it's a complex thing, I'll be having to read it out loud, because I'm not so bright. This is true. That's just like the gift of the gob, man. I was gonna say that. Not everyone has my tastes. Yeah. Can be, can be. There's a few basic principles you can apply based on someone's occupation and background, but I don't want to go into that. It'll always be a gamble. Ho 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 ho! The magic words for Morgan. No, interactions aren't comfortable, kid. Can I be honest? I'm starting to like Morgan more. I appreciate aspects of her mindset. Oh, hey. Oh! Centipede tattoos. That must be for good luck. Centipedes are good luck. Hello. Oh man, do I sympathize with that. That's some gallows humor. I gotta tell you, it's not like it's like that uncommon these days, but it is always refreshing when you get a character with a Japanese name and it's actually a believable Japanese name, not just two Japanese words that they thought would sound cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. Aside from the characters that are, there's like a couple of characters that appear to be like actual children. This game is kind of like baddies from like the windows to the wall, if I'm honest. Unless it's a character I'm forgetting about, but most of them can get it. There's like a high percentage of that in this game. Like I said, it's the gangster, as in the manga and anime gangster, where it's like most characters are just kind of hot. I speak for the dead. Oh ho ho ho. I will. Okay. In a ribbon-cutting ceremony held uptown today, Plotter Memorial Hospital was formally renamed the Northeastern Ikaria Medical Complex. Ikaria? Okay. Recognition of the family's incredible generous donations over the last several years. It's the latest in a string of philanthropic efforts by the family to result in a name change after they paid for the renovations to the orchestra hall and the retrofitting of what used to be known as the Scout Arena. But it wasn't so long ago that the Ikaria was better known for drawing blood than donating it. Yeah, there we go. Back before the 50s, they had a fearsome reputation for cutthroat business practices that had their business rivals going so far as to accuse them of involvement with organized crime. This is hitting close to home. After the banning of Renogen Medical over 25 years ago and a subsequent sale, the Ikaria have moved out of the business world and into the upper echelons of society. They're sometimes mockingly referred to as the Neobility. Oh, Neobility, very good. A generation of newly minted aristocrats, born from the unique and chaotic elements of the mid-21st century and the Red Decade. House Ikaria. House Acadia, Den Hennessy. I mean, I sympathize. And they say, in this country, anyone can make a name for themselves so long as they're willing to put in the work. Mock new money all you want, but the truth is that success is all about reinventing yourself, and the only ones uncomfortable with that are... Yeah. New image. Gonna be honest, nouveau riche is always better than old money. There's a chance that they actually worked for it. It's not a guarantee, but there's a chance. With a lot of money, it goes back to... Eventually, if you trace old money, not always, but it goes back to either one family member who was had genuine integrity and hard work a long time ago, or more likely, it always traces back to exploitation eventually. The nouveau riche are occasionally, inventors or successful artists. Or genuine pioneers, it can happen. Probably because they're stimming, if I'm honest. That's genuinely funny. I'm sure people could find a use for that many monitors. It's possible. And see, this game understands the really important lesson that if a lot of your game is linear text blocks, then you just make sure that text is really, really good. I mean, that's true of a lot of major cities, if we're honest. I mean, that would be a thing, I think. Oh, that was all I had to look at? Sato, don't be weird about this. Yeah. Might as well just go through it. Really? He choked to death? Not enough oxygen in the blood. Well, that sounds like cyanide. I mean, a lot of things cause it, but that'd be my first guess. These are pretty broad symptoms. Interesting. No biomes, though. Cuts of roots, I mean... Yeah, SOP, sure. Here's the thing, though. Some toxins, by the nature of the way they kill someone, are sort of metabolized in the process. There is a bunch of stuff that doesn't show up on a tox screen, because the byproducts from the poison are the same byproducts that occur with certain aspects of the person dying, like raised levels of something. But if there's no... Okay, so if there's no form of entry, it's definitely something they ingested. I'm still convinced it's a poison. There we go. I mean, we're dealing with some high-level technology here. Again, it could just be a byproduct. Or something that is otherwise completely innocuous but reacts with something in the human body. Interesting that she's thinking that with red eyes. Yeah, I can see how that would be. It's nice to think that in the future, I gotta tell you, there's versions of this future that are actually kind of positive. The idea that you can claim ownership to stuff that regularly and importantly. The fact that it's necessary is sad, but let's be honest with people stealing faces and voices. I think that's really important. Honestly, for all its weirdness, this version of the future is in many ways nicer than the one I currently predict. Okay, I will say that is dumb, but it's the sort of dumb I can actually expect to be a thing. Yeah. Oh look, a big problem with the legal system, frankly, is that if you're going against someone big enough, you almost can't win. Like, it's you gotta have like an amazing case to ever beat. There's like delaying tactics that a lot of corporations use, and they can just keep the court case going so long that an individual can't possibly match their money. And it's horrible, right? Because you think, well, at least, you know, the big company is still wasting all their money. But a lot of court cases, they have a thing where if you back out or if you lose, it doesn't count if you drop the case, but like they'll be aware that if they eventually lose, then they have to pay the court fees for the big business, which is ridiculous, obviously. But there's a lot of court cases where there's a victory stipulation like that. And so if a company's big enough, they can just keep the court case going ad infinitum, basically, until any of their opponents just have to drop out, because legal fees are expensive. The trick there is to have a lawyer that's, like, willing to stick with it. Or have, like, good crowdfunding. I mean, there's a court case going on where it's like a bunch of major supermarkets got caught with their hand in the till, basically. It was confirmed they were scraping money off their employees. Like, absolutely hand in the till, hand in the cookie jar, guilty. And it's taken, what, like 4 or 5 years? Easy. And the expected payout for the actual employees that got their money scraped it's gonna be pretty low. It's not gonna be what was taken from them. But they're like 2 major supermarkets, so what do you do? Doesn't this remind you of anything? No. Man, that's... That is rough, Rex. I've been very fortunate when it comes to legal stuff. Essentially, in my case, I've always just let people know that lawyers were involved and then they've backed off. Oh, we got a note on David's autopsy. Good. View the body. Yeah, sure. Nah, like... Not me, man. I keep on wondering about these text screens. Like, it's like, I get what they're going for, but it's like line number and the way it's written in a different font, and the fact that Sarah had the same fonts. It still makes me wonder about the nature of Morgan's being. Also, I just noticed that Morgan have a very common sound. Let's get busy. Dead bodies are a weird thing. It's like there's something about a dead body that even from a distance, even before you feel their pulse, there is something. There is a stillness. There is a weight. Even before you see someone's face, you can tell that you've seen someone lying down to sleep. Lying down unconscious and lying down dead. Devoid of injury, there is something about the air. That would make sense. It's probably a very biological instinct. Yeah, what of it? Jeez. Judgmental. They probably put up anti-lighter technology in the room. Yeah, because Sarah also does this form of communication. It's like they're beaming it. It's weird. It makes me wonder. I will say it depends on the respiratory failure. Some respiratory failure turns you like bright pink or bright red, or. But I mean, once you're settled in cold storage, it can vary a fair bit. Oh, we never see the corpse. That's probably good. I wonder if Morgan's getting nervous, or I think because she had her smoke backwards, it makes me wonder if. I think the whole Adonai thing was addressed in the previous episode. Metallic element, so it could be some sort of salt. Here's the thing. There's all different ways that respiratory failure can affect a body. But the thing they're talking about, the affecting the balance of neurotransmitter reuptake and stopping oxygen to the blood, the body must have been like treated or cooled or something, because especially right near death, that would definitely affect the color of the skin. Maybe once they've had all their tox screening, been in the fridge a while, that changes, but... I mean, I would have thought in a high-stress, modern future society, something that will take you down a notch would be pretty useful. Grey market. Very good. I've temporarily read that as give me a hug, but... Hey, get that overtime. Get the bag. Still July 1st. Nice. They're in microsity. Trivia sections are the best sections on any website. Father was smart. Interesting. Interesting to see her talking with the black eyes. Ah ha ha ha! Dumbo's magic feather. Hmm. Sounds like a good friendship. Okay. You're doing everything shortly, sir. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, man, that's coffee. Sub lobby A8. This looks like Hep 5. Except with more rodent sculptures. we I need to reiterate, just because they're not my favorite, the main characters are my favorite character, doesn't mean they're a bad character. I'm taking a shine to Morgan. Oh man, do I hear that. Glare at everything. They're tragedy of birds getting into a lot of buildings is a lot of them can't figure out how to get out, so they just starve to death. Calling it an it is a little rough. Sounds like Black Mesa. Sounds very Disney in its own way. Get your fringe out from over your eyes. You look ridiculous. Heaven doors. I think it's meant to be a pun or a reference to something. Yeah, there'll be places like that. Well, for tax reasons or to show off to clients. Morgan's little cutaways are becoming more sympathetic. In regards to her approach to the company, anyways. Basement floor 9. Okay. It is the year 2005. The treacherous Decepticons have conquered the Transformers' home planet of Cybertron. But from secret staging grounds on two of Cybertron's moons, the valiant Autobots prepare to retake their homeland. Alien paperwork. We always got to abbreviate everything. Let's take a little nose around and they'll never know. Yep. Sorry. I don't want to be like sacrilegious about this because I still enjoy the game, but like, given that so much of what The Outer Worlds and The Outer Worlds 2 is thing to do is a commentary on corporate culture, and that they get an entire massive game to do that. A lot of the stuff that's making me sort of wryly smile to myself is coming from here. Watch out by the... Oh, okay. It's the hacker again. Okay, sorry. Public service announcement. Anyone speaking to Ratchio on Discord, do not engage with them. They are currently a hacker profile. And just in general, can I just say, don't accept any links from anyone. Really? Like, yeah, always filter and question someone, because hackers are getting pretty sophisticated these days. They'll go back over old conversations and they'll try to impersonate your friends. But don't do it. Stop it. Do not click on any suspicious links. Verify that you are talking to who you think you're talking to. Be safe out there. Whoop. Oh, watch. That chamber was just a giant spike in it. That's right. Randock. Flash fab, so it's a fabricator. That's the most reassuring thumbs up I've seen. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to my phone a second. I'm gonna save. 41 chips. Exactly how am I gonna mess this one up? I'll find a way. Okay, I should check this. Okay, profiles. 173 centimeters. That's a good height. So negative. Accessories, reality TV, palm reading. Boo. I mean, I say boo. Chat, is Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen and Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares reality TV? I have a sinking feeling it might be. If so, I can't boo it that much. I just have it on in the background while I'm doing other things. Yeah, it is. Hammock exclusively pale ale. Okay, base. 5 o'clock shadow. Conference calls, first dates. Part of it is practice handshake. Totally solving captures, man, I feel that. Hair starting to grey. Okay. I'm gonna say that's stress related. Okay, let's get through this. The flash fab. Yeah, I thought so. Nothing that small can leave an ecological footprint. Are you serious? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, okay, familiar with that one. Of course it doesn't. It's really important that Cyberpunk be, yeah. Okay. That's right. This is still, you know, it's worth thinking about. I need to check that. Right. I misread something. This is fine. Okay. Yeah, I already read this one. I guess it's so I can recheck it if I want, but I'm fine. 41 chips. I could find a way to mess this up. Okay. I still got things to look at. Can I say, just broadly speaking, with things being as they are and everything's going on, I hope everyone's doing alright. You know, hope you're finding your peace and your joy where you can. Seems like a day doesn't go by where either on a global scale or on an individual level we're getting some bad news. That's why we do what we do. We try and stay positive. It's true, we observed that with that robot cop earlier. Okay, datapad time. Okay. Much of our world today, and in fact much of our world's economy, is heavily influenced by the uncanny valley. The thought experiment provides a simple and easily applied explanation for the gaps we see in the otherwise wide spectrum of automated dependence that assists us in nearly every industry on the planet. There is a very simple primal truth here. We like things that resemble the living, like cartoons and puppets and toys, and we like things that are damn near indistinguishable from the living. Like whatever name Noble's latest products are being sold under. But there are deep, deep trenches between those two, and where those products are universally appalling to human sensibility. This is true. The uncanny valley will no doubt remain a useful tool for teaching, marketing, and design for generations to come out, but already we are seeing ways in which it fails. It's become increasingly clear to us that the space between nearly indistinguishable and truly indistinguishable is much wider than we ever suspected, and may not be identified on the map that we must fear. I propose to bridge these gaps and nod by acknowledging the respective fiction on Robert J. Sullivan, who, in his most well-known work, Equal Under One Sky, described a concept which thereafter was known as the Sullivan's Peak. Although the lens of these characters and their so very divided world, Sullivan has demonstrated that the uncanny valley does, in fact, have its own peak on the other side, a point past which making the artificial existence any more human in its features serves only to make the user experience more uncomfortable. more difficult and more fraught with moral pitfalls. Once you reach Sullivan's Peak, traveling any further only has diminishing returns. The implications of this idea are far-reaching and will soon some reach where the design of these ads going to make their creations less lifelike, or less like a hard stopping point for more technical progress. Yeah, they're wary of it. It's a legitimate concern. I mean, honestly, you will already get attached to technology. That's the thing. May as well. Honestly, I've known people who have like cried when they've had to get rid of their car. Like there's the car that's finally giving up the ghost and they had to get rid of it and they just cried. I feel like you can form a bond with something without it having to look, you know, at all human at all, as long as it's, you know. I always struggle with that last name. Is it pronounced Jung or Jung? There's a lot of Danganronpa in this game. I'm finding it better than Danganronpa. It's got that same thing where there's like a really appealing art style. There's a lot I liked about Danganronpa, but it ultimately put me off. I want to say there was also some misplaced bashing by well-intentioned people when it came to Danganronpa, but that's a whole other subject. Wakarimashita. Ah, yeah, pincushion. I remember that. Jung? Okay. I'm not sure that's a good example to use on Morgan. I think she's probably capable of both. Oh, we have just been given one heck of a skeleton key. Gotta say, I'm really glad to be playing a Deus Ex game that feels like a Deus Ex game as opposed to the most recent Deus Ex games. I guess Deus Ex games would need to have more action in. I'm just saying in terms of the topics it's exploring. But you have the ability to lie. Wouldn't they be the one in your dad's lab? Fresh from the oven, cheese. Now it's possible to license this soundtrack, and if so, for how much? Yeah, jeez. In the armed forces, they got single-digit tenants. That's interesting. I mean, they explained why, but man, that is not good. I think it's good that this game is written cleverly, but still in a way that someone like me can understand. That's kind of nice. At least I think I'm understanding it. See, again, I don't know, this rings so differently with the humans I know. Humans refer to things like weapons and boats and cars and swords and I don't know, luggage with gendered pronouns. I don't know. It's weird to imagine something that's that lifelike. We're getting the creepy organ music. Ah ha 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 ha! Yeah, this is one of the basics of confidence work. If you get a chance to, if you're trying to ingratiate yourself with someone, you've probably already heard this one, but it's one of the basics of my job, is mimicry, mirroring, little gestures, little ticks in speech, sometimes tone, pitch. You don't want to make it sound like you're doing echolalia on someone, obviously. Echolalia? And you don't want to look like you're taking the piss out of them, but if you're mirroring someone a little, it's a very basic form of subconscious ingratiation. Yep. It is a form of being friendly, certainly. People appreciate it. It's a very structured form of friendliness, we'll call it that. The weight limit for an elevator should be better than that anyways. Oh, hey! Ellen Jung. I'll be right out. Elevators don't drop so much. In terms of elevator-related injuries, in recent years, there's been more from partial or complete decapitations from an elevator moving when someone's trying to get through the door, as opposed to ones where the elevator crashes. At least recently, I think, because of modern elevator design. The movement's still bad, but they don't generally plummet. They've got a lot of things in place to avoid that. Young. Those are some severe bell bottoms. Oh, you got the Amidala makeup. Good God. It's like someone microwaved Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. Is that Human Revolution? Or are they both like that? That's better. Man, we really are just going red on blue on at this point, aren't we? It's kind of like a Mass Effect looking uniform there. If you call it that. Jackpot. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. I just doesn't matter. Get to the point. Okay. Uh-huh. Cards on the table, so to speak. Okay, Sarah, what is troubling you? You moved him to the floor. Looked like he fell. Man, we only have your word for that. Okay. I figured it'd be like a little tradition thing. I feel that. I feel that in a big way. I still like to drink red wine out of a ceramic cup to remind me of the times where I didn't have any wine glasses. You get nostalgic for some things. It's weird the things that you can associate with tradition from earlier times in your life. Do I hear resentment in that? Yeah, that's worthy of a little head vein. He's a bit of a quick study. And they are loading me up. That makes me nervous. People miss the mailroom. Oh yeah, that is a good point. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat notes. These are some good questions. Oof. Oh, geez, there's another one here. Oh dear. I'm starting to think that Sarah is like the essentially the android version of a psychic. That explains what consultants actually do. Bran? Doesn't matter. Life voice. Would you kindly? Nice. I get his complaints sometimes. I got a remarkably quick step for a goblin. When I need to. Maybe you shouldn't smoke so much. Oh boy. Oh, I disagree. This suit style underbust thing, very cool. Healer of Neon, Night City. I wonder if this is a thing where dogs don't like androids in this universe as well. Yep. I feel that. Ultraviolets. Isaac Porter. There are definite ongoing alcohol references to people's names, which I have to say I appreciate. Or maybe that's just me having a one-track mind. Just an observation. It's a groovy tune. It's good to have a pet private investigator. I feel that. I've played a lot of Teardown. As a kid, he built all of his bricks by hand. I guess that makes me the stone that the builder refused. Yeah, for real. Get yourself on the way. This is a long one. I feel like we're making very little progress, so I'm gonna try and make it a long session. I apologize to anyone who ever has to text with me because I text this avalanche style text that the brat does. It's worth observing that David made Sarah look like, on a genetic level, that she could be his daughter. Looking around. Nice! Of course. They put a hipster robot. Smartass. Not early 20th century, early 21st century. So they feel like music peaked with the Goju Kaitens, and they're correct. I knew they wouldn't waste a character design like that. It's not a normal background. Man, that's a sad thought. I'm used to bar food being pretty good. Either dog food or baby food. He's on the Gorilla Biscuits, chat. Nice! I like everything you just said. Anything else to do? Nope. I suspect we have another baddie incoming. Maybe there's an option to... Maybe there's something I missed. It doesn't look like it. Whoop! Okay. If you don't have anyone else lives, you've seen her face in magazines and commercials, and then double check to make sure that the photos weren't labeled as edited. Now get your burning questions out of answered here in the actual interview with a mysterious young one who's being called in perhaps the only truly unanimous vote of ever the most beautiful woman in the world. Why the name? Yeah, people think it's an ego thing, but it was just a random username. I picked it, and then it was grassroots, then it was a pseudonym to give into a little shade from all the attention. Now it's a brand, and I can't change it without setting the stock market into a spin. So you're certainly influential after partnering with you. Injury, so 3,000 in the share price. Yeah, I'm happy for them, of course, we are since a payment at times like this. Just towards their clothes, a plain white t-shirt and gym shorts with no visible branding. Well, it's a good outfit. Anyone else might seem sloppy or even flattering, but they makes a natural beauty is talent. Who are you wearing, by the way? I can't wear anything unless they're there. I'm pretending if I don't dress like this, I'm responsible for bidding wars every time I leave the house. Does it stress you at all? It's bad for your skin, right? They say mine's flawless. I can't argue with that, so if you have any skincare routines, be a little bratty, act a little spoiled, keeps you young. And how old are you exactly? Everyone's like, no, 1829, and now forever. Sit down with luxury. Okay. Now she's definitely powerful. People like that are important. Honestly, good for them. Get the bag. What they do with it afterwards. Some of them turn out to be jerks, don't get me wrong. Whoa! I was right. They look just cynical enough, and if they're in a place like this... Man, you showed me your armpit for free? For real? I wonder if that was a tipping point for him. Yeah, it's interesting to think we're this far in the future and people are still struggling with neurodivergence, but I think that's going to be a thing we have to deal with forever, frankly. And I took that personally. Jesus. No, I mean, I get where Porter's coming from on some level. Okay. I want to say there is within Sarah what I like. I don't know. I'm just going on the descriptions and their physical appearance and stuff like that, but it's like there was a certain amount of dysphoria and dysmorphia within David that he couldn't, or it wasn't important enough to him to realize for himself, or it was impossible. So he wanted to make. It does almost seem like he's made something, a daughter of sorts, that's closer to what he wanted for himself. This sort of android psychic that's better at understanding people, that has like an inbuilt warmth that he himself felt he lacked. Because I mean, like, David identifies as a he, but he comes across as having a certain measure of dysphoric, just outwardly. At the very least, being maybe a bit non-binary. I don't know. Feminine-leaning non-binary. Penthouse basement. Ah, back here. I don't go a bundle on most mystery novels, if I'm honest. There's no marks on his body. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was coming to last time, yeah. I think they're gonna find a way to make me feel stupid for thinking that. I mean, ain't you were down here. You were down here. Would you not be a security camera? Okay. Okay. Every Andrew, yes, sir. Oh. I don't think were we able to look at that earlier? Yeah, she was behind the wall. Good point. Oh wait, she's obviously doesn't stay behind the wall the whole time, but she was that night. In the room's walls and ceilings. Okay. Okay. I know me for exactly the situation. What was he after? Following is a true story. 1981? 810? They did that on purpose? I was gonna say, I tend to keep track of these sort of things, and yeah. This is a story I feel like I would have heard of. I mean, there's still ones that surprise me. I quite like it, honestly. Okay, like, I don't know how this works. She seems teenager coded at best. She could just be short, I admit. But, like, in Android years, isn't she, like, 3 years old? Yeah, exactly. This is exactly the sort of semantic I appreciate. Ooh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. You never know when it's gonna come up. So, look, it's not like one of those fruits and vegetables things. That could actually be important. You gotta wonder, so that crack is recent. What? How is that right? Made it so the door would never open so long as that was happening. Interesting. Made it. Okay. Some combination of. No, that's okay. Yeah, I think I got it. But am I stupid? It requires both of them. Like, the Sarah can only be woken up by Morgan, and it can only happen, well, if she's no longer hibernating. It takes two of them. It's a word that unites the two of them and their relationship. There's only one possible answer. This is a fascinating room. Wait. Did they say Home Improvement? Panic room? Think so? No, I mean, I sort of see it. I kind of like it. It's got sort of a cozy feel. Some canines, Jesus. I wouldn't want to be able to smell everything a dog smells. Yeah, David's really not messing around with this one. That's a cool shot. Okay, so he was just about to make a recording. Okay, accessed yesterday. Backdoor is rather interestingly both a hacking term and a gambling term, so that's quite cool. Hey, you swore. Two to 6 hours? I mean, that's not so bad. Oh. I mean, probably. I think it doesn't mean actual precious. It means valuable. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, that's smart. I think it imagine that David probably quite liked passive media sometimes, or probably simmed with it on in the background. Jesus. You know, for a short dude who wasn't classically attractive, dude had amazing charisma, in all fairness. Yeah, see? Oh, she's gonna find Morgan very fascinating. Oh, man. Man. Sarah's a pretty relatable character. And we're getting in a groovy double reference here. Depending on your perspective, this is a reference to both Poltergeist and The Ring. Uh-huh. We're running out of July 1st. 12:48. Good golly. Again, huge props to the background artists for this game. It doesn't match, but it blends together beautifully. Beautifully. I like when someone gets bad using their smile phrases. Can I be honest with you? That's the thing that always frustrates me about. Like, I get that it's part of the joke, part of the goof, and I'm probably more intolerant of them than I should be. But the judge in the Ace Attorney games drives me fucking crazy. Like the fact that it's not addressed that like one lawyer is whipping another lawyer in the face, and I don't know the whole Geru tornado bit when, you know, she starts making balloon swords and the judge's reaction is like, oh ho, what's this? Another personality? It's like, take this. He wants to crack down so hard on, like, I get it, it's part of the joke, but I don't like the judge in the Ace Attorney games. They frustrate me. Morgan's doing a lot of speaking out loud with black eyes in this episode. It's very interesting. Pardon me while I'm doing my exercises. Alright, this is what we've been waiting for. This is it, boys. This is war. And she looks awfully stoked today. Yo. Uh-huh. No jury, huh? It's like they're trying to warn me this is going to be really difficult. That's why they gave me so many coins. Okay. The Kurfer eyes detract from the majesty slightly. It sometimes helps, but not. Shit sure started, sure. Okay, like, the artificial judges, they didn't need to make them look like that. Like, I get why they do look like that, but it's not actually necessary. Why are they playing a heartbeat sound? Oh, I see she has actual eyes. That's actually a pretty good look. Long hair, sleepy eyes. Shows off their thighs. These are all things that are good. Okay. Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, is she wrong? Okay, so let me get this right. They did this, and they're like, this is much moodier than any actual judge I've ever seen ever. What is up with the future? They've actually got them saying humu humu. Amazing. I mean, it wouldn't be a Phoenix Wright parable if the judge was competent. Bats, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this now. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. I will... Okay. Let me go through this. Yeah. There's much I'd gathered, it all makes sense. 113, good number. Cube. Yep. It would be very expensive. Of course, removing it would be expensive. Removing would be expensive at this point. It would cost too much. Ho ho. Hoo. Hoo. Man, this game hits close to home. Oh, hey. It gets its own profile. Bassist. Nice. Itineraries, grilling, champagne. Resistance training. Universal acceptor, huh? Baseball, huh? Wait. Eat sufficient amounts of food? Right. And she has 3 sizes. Amazing. Criminals, contrarians, pigeons. Raw salmon, running water, gymnastics. Okay. 300. That's a lot of wool. I better check my evidence. Okay, yeah, I feel like... Yep. Troubles me the amount of evidence I have to think about, but I'll see what I can do. Oh yeah. I'm trying to clear out all my dots, that's all. I better save though, by golly goodness. I got 60 coins, so... But you can lose a lot more than one at a time. Okay. Yumi's a nice name. That fist massively close to the camera. What? Oh. Okay, don't scare me like that. I didn't have any choice in that matter. Okay. Right. Gotcha. Ooh, okay. Okay. I'm not playing in high roller. Yeah. I'd like to get a set of these cards. Is that a thing? Just look into that. Oh, jeez. Is it just happening with the tutorial here? Oh. That wasn't the part I was trying to loop. No, it's... Never mind. I was trying to catch her the most recent thing. I don't know as we're back at the top of the loop. Okay. Eh? Oh. I thought I'd done that before. Doesn't that already exist? Yeah, thank you. Delta, sure, like the airline. Or that really unnecessary Metal Gear Solid 3 remake where they took all the personality out of the characters. I mean, I'm glad the voice actors got more work, but from a physical standpoint, no. Okay. Yeah? Can I not? Oh, I have to... Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted. Agreed. I'm in two minds as to whether to draw fan art of this character. Hmm. Okay. Blackjack, huh? Okay. Okay. It's oof. Okay, I'm pretty good at blackjack, but right. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want to bust here. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Oh, okay. I will see what I can do. Okay, that's a dumb one, so... That's what I thought. I'm getting pretty close pretty quick. Okay. Okay, this one really is pointless, so... Right, right. Yeah, but there could be other factors at work here. It's risky. I have to get to 21. I have to. I can't stop at 20. Third! Yeah! I mean, sure, but it still means it's inconclusive. I'll get you on technicalities if I have to. I mean, I'll get you on the nitty gritty of this. I'll do it. No, nice. I agree. Technically. That's really true to an actual court case. I've watched enough court cases. Emma is doing the thing that, like, a lot of very, very tough lawyers absolutely do. Yeah, I know, that does feel weak. Yeah. It's rough, but it's there. Yes! Oh, do we get to see Detective Reyes again? Reyes or Reeves? I don't know which one it is. I'm gonna say it's Reyes. She's back. I have very normal feelings about Detective Reyes. Mmm. Hmm. I'm gonna have to be really petty about this. Oops. Wait, which one did I do? I'm not sure this was the right. Hang on. I reckon I got this. Ah! I almost had it. I can't always get the formula. Oh, got it back. At least partially. Right, yeah, yeah. She's right. When she's right, she's right. She's playing a Steam Deck. Nice. So my cross-examination is blackjack. Oh, this should be easy enough. Nah, that'll trap her. That'll trap her for sure. Right. Oh. Oh, this one's highlighted. That looks good. Ooh. No poison at all. Come on now. Yeah, exactly. Was he just storing it in like his tear ducts? Was he just carrying it in his mouth and then spat it into something? Oh, it could be a PSP, I admit. Blackjack. It's a really salient point. You what? Oh. Oh, shit. Hmm. 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 Oh boy. No, No, we are not down here. We can't be. Uh-oh. Have I just fucked myself here? Oh no, look, I sympathize usually with David on this one. It's like, I like Isaac, but he's not getting it. He's not getting it. I agree, that was depressing. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Okay. Hey! Why'd she disappear? Oh. Alright, alright. I just got a stall. This reminds me of that Yahtzee Croshaw book, Jam, where someone's trying to buy time by just making 10 words last minutes at a time. Oh! Oh. There's apparently been an error with Streamlabs. It's still running, but it's gonna stop soon, and we're gonna have to restart another episode, and I really apologize for that. I didn't mean for it to be all broken up. This might be where I have to end the session. That's frustrating. That's real frustrating.